Hello everyone, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Cascade Demon Hunters. I'm Gravity Wizard, and this week we finally get to enjoy our new knights, Paladin Rugen and Apothecary, or I'm sorry, Apothecary Force, no, Paladin Rugen and Purifier Adian, or something like that, however he says it. So we're gonna enjoy actually using these characters these knights in the mission this time, and we're gonna see how well they do, because they should be, or at least Paladin Rugen should be slightly stronger, and Purifier Adian should also be stronger than a regular knight. However, he is level 2, I think. And so, and Rugen is 14. He has 14 skill points.
The threads of prognostication lead here to the husk of this abandoned mountain fortress.
Time is against us now. The great bloom spawn has completely gestated its seeds. It will expel them very soon.
Not sure if we're on a time limit or not over on the campaign overall, but on this mission, we do have a time limit of 8 turns before the bloom spawn spreader does what a bloom spawn spreader does, which I don't even know. I've always killed them before that, and I'm gonna keep it that way. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go right here and head to this bloom spawn on the right first, and that's my goal. So I am going to regret how I built Paladin Rugen. He is built as a range support or ranged damage, like a ranged DPS. And while it's interesting, I kinda don't like it after this mission. It's kind of weird. And then I have played a few more missions after this, and it's still like, I'm struggling with. I wish I kind of made him a tank, you know, and use the shield, because that makes more sense. I just thought at the time that a Paladin Rugen was the upgrade for a Purgator, but that's not true. They're completely different classes, and you shouldn't. And they can. And even though a Purgator became a Paladin, that doesn't mean that only Purgators can become Paladins. It means anything can become a Paladin, and a Purgator can become anything. Well, of the upgrade version. So, it's kind of annoying. And the Purifier being a melee, as only having Terminator armor, and I think I have one Terminator armor Purifiers can only have power armor, not Terminator armor. And I think I have one power armor that has armor on it, and he's wearing it right now, but one armor is not a lot. So he does struggle to do damage just in general, and right now it's pretty easy. I'm just luckily only facing a single tree, and I didn't get that patrol. But when things start getting tougher here later in this mission, it's definitely gonna be very obvious that Purifier Adian struggles with doing much of anything without getting almost killed. So yeah, he doesn't have much in the way of defense. He's kind of like a glass cannon that's melee, so not very good. So this is the first patrol who we have 2 plague bears and a plague priest, and they have the yellow seeds, which we've pretty much used most of our upgrades with yellows, but we still have a few more upgrades we would like, actually. So we definitely want those seeds. And I do have Apothecary Foros with the skull. And this mission, I couldn't use any grenades, also. There was grenade-free mission for that rec points, if you didn't notice earlier. So that's why I have a few incense. I think putting incense on the Paladin, since he is going to be a range support damage, or ranged damage with willpower as part of it, incense on him makes sense. However, I do have just Carboras with incense and or a skull, which doesn't make sense normally. So if you see me not use a grenade, that's why I didn't use a grenade. I wanted those rec points. But right now I'm just trying to learn, like, I just want to learn how I can properly use Paladin Rugen's abilities. This is the first time I'm using him, and he's got his psychic attack, which is, he's got 2 psychic attacks. He's got Purify, I think, and then some slightly AoE one. Yeah, psychic spread attack. I don't know what the name of it is, but it looks similar to the silencer spread attack and smite, not purify. I can smite someone, but I think I'm just gonna go with his normal weapon and use the psychic version of it to do onslaught, the psychic onslaught, which did quite a bit of damage and it has a big range. Does take out all his ammo, so it is kind of annoying. So, and he doesn't have any skill points that go into it, so yeah. Oh no, he does. He has, but he doesn't have anything to do the ammo, I think. He doesn't have a lot of skill points for this gun. Pretty much it's mostly psychic abilities, some support abilities, and then he's only got 1 tree out of what I think it's, if you want to say each tree is, there's 3, 6, 7, 8 trees total, not including the middle one, so 9 total if you include the middle one. But if he's only got like 1 tree that deals with this weapon alone, and so it's, and I don't think it increases his ammo, which does make it a little annoying. And he doesn't have like an auto reload that I was enjoying earlier. Oh my god, auto reload is so baller, you know? Shit, I would love to have auto reload on every single one of my knights.
Yes, Commander.
So we're also gonna go ahead and try out Purifier Aliens, or I mean try out. There's not much to try out. He doesn't really have much right now. He can stab someone with his halberd, and that's about it. But we do get a crit off of him, so that's pretty good. And we do want to give him some kills, because he definitely needs to level up. And I think one of his abilities right now is he can purge, which when he purges a enemy, that it removes a buff from them. So that's pretty cool, and that's the route we're actually going to be going with him in the future, is purging buffs basically off of enemies and doing extra damage while around them, I think, or he gets more damage while around them. Not 100% sure how that's gonna work, but anyways, like I was saying earlier, I am gonna start regretting how I am putting Paladin Rugen up and Purifier Paladin up. I think a Paladin should, at least if you have a Paladin, give him Terminate. He has Terminate armor, so he should be melee. And the only melee he really has is tank. So give him a shield, and it's probably gonna be better than what I end up having. But I want to try something different, even though it's literally the first run through. But I also thought it could be a DPS Paladin, kind of like World of Warcraft. You know, Paladins can do everything. But nope, not in this case. DPS is not as cool as easy for them as it is in World of Warcraft. So, but Purify Paladin, I also would like to have preferred to have try the Incinerator, because he does get a lot of points for the incinerator alone. And that is some real nice stuff, it seems like. I haven't even used the incinerator yet because I did use it once, but I didn't like the range. It's really short range, and I didn't really see the purpose of that. Also, at the end of this mission, I don't know why, but I get a weapon upgrade for a knight instead of a weapon upgrade for the Purifier. Like, I should definitely give the Purifier an upgrade, not a Purgator. Or what's the other? It was a Purgator or someone else. Either way, nothing important. But so we're just cleaning up this squad in the back, which has a blue seed that we definitely need. We definitely need that blue seed because we have some upgrades we need. I think we need like 6 or blue seeds. I think it's 2 upgrades for 3 or 7. Just a lot. We need a lot of seeds of blue and red. Definitely red. But unfortunately, I didn't see any red seeds yet. But we definitely need to find some way to get those. But blue is important. I think we got a decent amount of yellow already. And we can get away with what we have so far. So blue, and what's the other one? Purple? I think purple is the other one that we need. So we should try and find some purple and yellow seeds after this mission. But unfortunately, it's based on what's mission spawn and what I can actually reach. Because our ship is currently 40% faster. And we have a couple of prognosticars throughout the system, but we are wanting some more, and we definitely need some more speed. So here is Rugen's psychic attack, which looks really cool. I did not expect it to do that at all, though. Like, the amount of damage he did was decent, pretty good actually. But the fact that the bridge is gone now kind of screwed me over here, because I did not expect that bridge to just get destroyed like that. I thought it was going to be more like the silencer's spread attack, where it does quite a bit of damage, and the way it looks on this thing shoot like blades out or something. But no, it's just a giant wave of psychic energy, and it just blew them back, which is cool. But I wish I knew it was going to push them back. Maybe the tooltip said that. I don't know. I didn't really read it. And maybe I should. But yeah, if I knew that that it was going to push them back, I would have changed my attack angle a little bit and try and push them into that pit. But now I'm stuck here trying to fit with no bridge. And somehow I have to kill these guys. And they're all out of range of all my knights. So I can move a little bit. I can move boars up. And that's about the only thing I can do. But they did kind of block my access to them. But that's okay. If there was a bridge there, I would have been able to do better. But yeah, so replacing Purgator Boars, or sorry, Purgator Rugen, who was a long range attack with lots of grenades, with a Paladin, which is a range attack, which is more of a medium range attack, kind of makes it less useful. And of course, he doesn't have the grenades, and I don't think he even has the ability to get more grenades. I think the Purifier does. But I did skip ahead here because I was struggling with just trying to figure out what I gotta do. So just skipped ahead, killed the other Flag Marine, and now just working on this guy. So I did use the smite, which did 4 damage, so not too bad. And then I'm gonna use Psychic Onslaught, and that clears up all his armor. And he has 1 health left. And I have to reload. No. I wanted him to have the kill. Anyway, Spores gets the kill. He's dead. Good to go. Good to go. So now we just gotta move over and we got a couple more trees to kill. And this first one? Alright, so there's no enemies, just the tree. And there is an enemy patrol right on the other side, so there's no way I could probably actually hit that tree without pulling that enemy. Nope. Oh, and it's one of those tanks. But there is a statue right there. You know what's a good thing about statues? They go through armor. And there's a lot of armor on these guys. Their lowest armored guy is 3. Which beats my highest armored guy. So first, collect the seed. Always the first thing we do. Collect the seed. Second, use the statue. So I struggle here because that's 3. Kill 1 and almost kill another. Almost kill 2 and do some damage to the tree. I decided to almost kill 2 and damage the tree. Which ends up working out in later, but because I don't get through this armor, probably wasn't the best option. Because I don't have enough action points on all my knights to actually follow that move up. But they were in a good position to actually hit, and they probably wouldn't have moved after that. So I do get 1 killed. The tree still isn't gonna get health back. The other Plague Marine can heal, and that's what he's gonna go do. He's gonna run away, because they always run away, and he's gonna go here. Then we have this tank, and he didn't do much. He just destroyed some cover. Alright, not too bad. Set up an Overwatch, but that's not gonna do anything. And this guy also only set up an Overwatch. I thought the tank was gonna shoot a bunch of like missiles or plant cannons or whatever he does, and he didn't. And this guy obviously runs, and he heals almost all the way up. That's a lot of healing. So here's a weird thing. There's a statue right here. And I get to hit the tree and the tank. Oh. That tank went into the wrong spot. So that worked out for me. I'm calling it a tank, but I forget already what it's called. I looked at it and I remembered it for only about 3 or 4 missions, and then I forgot. It just became the plague tank. Pretty much all it is. It's high armored, low health target. Got it. The rest of these are high health, low armor, but more armor than me. And the tank is usually, the plague tank is usually the one that does the most damage until I get to those big plague marines, those giant plague marines. The plague terminators, I think, or terminator marines. Not sure how they actually said that. But yeah, those ones do a lot of damage from melee as well as from range. So definitely a bigger threat than anything else I've seen so far. But don't worry, the enemies are only getting bigger from here on out. They're gonna get bigger, they're gonna get badder, and I'm screw up by nerfing my paladin, my purgator, right off the bat. So I'm not making any friends with my Grey Knight squads right now. They're gonna hate me. But I did skip ahead again, just because it's gonna take forever. This is already gonna be a long mission with trying to figure things out. But with how much these guys run and the fact I don't have grenades, like if I had 1 grenade, these guys would be dead already. I could push him off with Paladin Rugen, but he only has 1 AP left. Or sorry, willpower left. So it's easier to say AP than it is to say WP. Because I always say AP and never WP. It's always willpower. Anyways, that's just a weird thing I just noticed. But I mean, I'm gonna clean these guys up, and Boars is definitely gonna get his hammer time in. Gonna give him some more of that hammer time. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I shouldn't sing or make noises of songs. Never mind. I did, however, read the first book in the Horus Heresy series. I think it's Horus Rising. First book in that series. And it was actually pretty neat. The beginning was a little rough to read at first for me. I definitely struggled with coming back in the first to read it in the first 2 or 3 chapters, but it slowly sped up, and by the middle of the book, I was like, all right, I almost couldn't put it down again, just because I had to put it down all the time for work, and the fact that when I get home I don't really have much time to read it anyways. So I was able to actually read it on the bus a lot, and that was nice that I started taking the bus because it's getting cold out here. But I still ride my bicycle, so and I'm trying to do a little bit more this week, though it's getting colder this week than it was last week. But anyways, I finished that book, and it was really good near the end. Like, it's by the time I finished that book, I was in bed and about to go to sleep, and I finished the book, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was on the last chapter. So I had to go find another book, and I couldn't find it. And then I realized how the whole Horus Heresy series is set up, and it's almost 60 books long. And when I did find the book number 2, I realized it was $11, and I was like, or 11 euros. I think it's euros. I don't know what my thing says right now. Dollars or euros. It's almost the same thing anyways at the moment. But yeah, I decided I'm not gonna just buy an $11 book right now before bed. I want to think about it. So I spent the next day researching how these books are lined up. Turns out you don't need to read all 60 of them. Thank God, because if you had to buy 60 books at $11 a piece, that's like a bit of money. But apparently you should read about 10 of them overall. So that's a lot better. Still kind of expensive, but for especially how short the first one was, it was only like 450 pages or so. And so it wasn't like that great of a value, I guess. I mean, I have other books which is like 1,000 pages long or 1,500 pages long that I bought for like $11 to $15. So, and it does have a series of 6 books, so I would pay a little bit more. But so the fact that you only have to read the first 3 books and then some here and there, unless if you want to read some extra, isn't that bad. So I will collect some more books as I go along, but right now I'm not buying it, just leaving the second book alone for now, and I'll probably think about buying it next month or something. But here we're gonna use Rugen's ability one more time, and it does a decent amount of damage, and it misses some guys. It hurts the tank, which is spewing out gas. It pushes some guys off, and it blows up the wall. Now I can smite the tank. And he still has some more action points left, because I gave him some extra just to play with, because he is one of the guys I'm trying to level up now, along with the Purifier, which he's not in a good position anyways, but Foros is in a decent position, but he's not really a damage dealer. Yeah, so the melee guy is the furthest guy from the enemies right now. So he can't really get stuck out in melee range or without cover, because then he'll die, especially with that many enemies around. And even if I put him up there, I might be nervous of putting him next to that many guys. But we do need to take this guy out, so Rugen's gonna take him out. Perfect. Get our Paladin some more experience. And then we can bring Foros down here. Or he's in a decent cover. We do want to bring Boars up here though. Or not up here, but he can definitely hit this guy from here. And we want to clean these guys out. So that's what I'm going to spend probably the next, it ended up being like the next 30 minutes. This mission was like an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and this part took a while. It was like 30 minutes of just cleaning these guys up, and every time I got somewhere, more guys showed up. They spawned in. They were the other patrols that came in. They just kept coming and coming and coming. And right now I have Purifier, Adian almost dead. I have Boars and Foros doing pretty well, and then Rugen has is a little low on health as well. But right now, yeah, oof, yeah. So that's that's Purifier Adian right now. He got pushed. I pushed him forward to do some damage. He got some kills, but now he's in a crappy position. But at least this Plague Marine is going after Rugen right now. And unfortunately he doesn't take damage, but he gets an affliction. So now we need Foros, who has over half health, and he needs to go heal Adian right now. That's the first step that we gotta do. So we're gonna heal that, and at least we got a decent amount of healing off that. Adian, I think, is gonna go do some little bits of damage here. It'll leave him without cover, but that's okay. And we got clear. As soon as this plant is dead, this giant plant is dead, we will teleport out here. So we I think this is our last, this is the last enemy we have right now, other than the bloom. So I do want to kill this guy and get some more experience. However, that proves to be a lot harder than it should be, because he likes to do a lot of running away, just like every other Plague Marine. You just hurt them a little bit, you take away the armor, and they're like, nope, I'm gonna run away. And right now I can't stun them because of the warp surge. It did the relentless host, which means I can't stun him. So I almost kill him. He's got 1 health left. His turn. I'm like, alright, I should kill him next turn. He's probably gonna run, do some health, but he won't be too far. And then he decides to run and run, go into cover, and then do a heal. And so now he's actually in a good spot where only one knight can actually hit him, most likely.
Yes, Commander.
Maybe Purifier ain't good with his bolter if I got him close enough, but I want him to do actual damage because he's a melee specialist now. Give him melee attacks, and he's doing really good. And the purged ability, which I don't know if that helps, but he murdered that plant.
Another vile edifice.
So that was a mistake.
Well done, Camargo.
I should have not done that last attack. Oh well. It's dead. We win. Mission's over. It took so long to get through that. However, we did it. We got 4 blue seeds and 6 yellow seeds and 3 rec points. So we only have 3 rec points, so we're gonna struggle with saving up for the next Grandmaster report. And we have 2 tier 3 items, the Demon Flayer and the Demon Stinger, a halberd and a silencer, both with lots of extra damage that we can add, and lots of crit damage we can add, up to 40% crit damage, and an extra 4 or 5 damage on top of that against demons. And we can also get a chaplain. I am struggling because I do want the item. I mean, the knight would be nice too, but I don't think I have space for him anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I end up choosing the worst possible option, the silencer. Who can use the silencer? Just the Purgator? I'm getting rid of my Purgators eventually. They're the lower tier knights. I should have got the halberd, because my Purifier is being the one who's going to be using the halberd. He's going to be melee ranged. I don't know. I sometimes don't know why I choose what I choose or do what I do. But hey, that's a good learning experience, because now I'm sitting here like, ah, crap. Looking at him, and he's got the incinerator to the right, he's got grenades to the bottom, and then he's got all the melee stuff to the left, and an extra psychic support or psychic damage at the top. So unfortunately, he is going to be melee when I should have got him the halberd. But anyways, as I'm trying to figure this out, I'm gonna say this is the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed the new abilities we were able to see with the Paladin. And hopefully once we get 80 and up and we find a better weapon for him, we will see how well this Purifier works in melee, and maybe we can actually get some armor for him. That'd be nice. But I hope you enjoy it, and enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend, and I'll see you guys next week, and when we continue this purge of all these seeds, these plague seeds. Alright, see you later. Bye.